right, today is Friday, February 17th. Options expiration date this month. Um, Still not a great day, but it was green, so we can end the week on a good note. Took took 6 trades today, kind of just bouncing around, still chasing a lot of stuff. Had one decent one, but just overall tried to keep everything pretty small and tried to minimize the bad decisions that I made today. So here are my trades. Started trading at 9:45 and had my last one at about 1:37. 50% win rate today and came out positive, which is good, but I did make some pretty big mistakes. So we'll start early in the day. So my first trade, easy way to put this, everything was looking pretty bearish, and I ended up chasing, didn't have a plan. This was not in my pre-market plan that I built out. Everything was looking good, and I just chased. So I lost money. There's really no explanation for this. I have no justification for it. Hindsight's 2020, but I could have easily held a little bit longer, or even just gotten out at the bottom of this candle here. Couple of options there, but nothing really good about it. Next trade, did the exact same thing, just a couple minutes afterwards. Again, not having a plan, not that I think is what's having me freak out. That and my buddy Brian told me probably also the 1 minute chart is also freaking me out as well. So I think the combination of 1 minute chart and not having a plan and getting in just because the market's making a move is really just causing me to panic the first sight of a red candle, or in it's not great. The next trade here, chasing at the very end of this. I'm fortunate I got out where I did because it turned around right afterwards. So really, this whole move happened, and I just kind of pieced out a couple of moves here, tried to anticipate reversals because of certain bounces, but again, just chasing, not having a plan. This was actually an okay trade. I know it says I only made $3 here, but this was a decent trade. This was a put. I guess I was still chasing after this pretty large move. I had this huge candle here, and we had basically hit the top, and I thought I got in at a pretty decent point. I knew it kind of looked like a little bear flag happening here. Waited until I got that green candle, saw it wasn't going to continue, and then hopped in. And for a point, I was holding it pretty decently. I think I was in this trade for 13, 14, 15 minutes, I think. And I just got out late. The second I kind of saw this candle right in here, should have been an indication that it was time to get out. And I still waited 3 more minutes until I lost all of my profits. I think at one point during this particular trade, I was up about $35. So left money on the table there, but just glad to get out green, and definitely a learning point moving forward. Just get out when you need to get out. I think the big mistake here was I was just being greedy. I was being greedy, and I was not anticipating any sort of pullbacks, and shot myself in the foot. This was the biggest trade for today. This trade brought me back to green for the day, and it wasn't awful. And we're looking at around 11:35 I got in. What I was waiting on here, I saw these two candlesticks, and I saw the wicks, and I saw this candle engulfing the red candle. I felt like we had a reversal on our hands. So I was pretty confident about that. I was waiting for confirmation at this level right here, 404.65. I wanted to see that level break, just because I figured I was assuming that was going to act as resistance moving forward, because it was support earlier in the day. Ended up working out really well. In hindsight, I could have gotten in earlier on this candle. I think I waited until it actually passed that level. I could have looked at this red candle and then gotten in pretty early when I saw the volume start to pick up. Because if we zoom in here, there's a red candle, and then this first green candle had more volume, so I could have kind of used that as an indicator to get in sooner. Again, hindsight's 20/20. Either way, decent trade because my exit was pretty spot on. I got out pretty much right at the top before the reversal, so I was happy about this trade. I need to pay attention to these more, start playing a little bit smarter on my entries and not playing short into right before reversals, like I have been. I find myself getting caught pretty frequently in those kind of situations, so I would say probably my answer moving forward is going to have to be actually making sure that my zones, my support and resistance levels are good to go. Supply and demand levels, zones are good to go. Everything is done very early. And I actually have a plan. That would be best case scenario. My last trade of the day, this was kind of a speculative play. We had been bouncing all day off of, let's see, this level right here. I'm zooming out so you can see. We had one rejection off of the low of day, two rejection off of the low of day, and then three rejection off of the low of day. I counted a couple of big moves, that even came down. Like this one came down with the wick, came close. So I was watching this level all day, several rejections, and this last play, we didn't reject off of that level, but we got real close here. And I was still expecting a pretty big play off of this. Still waiting for confirmation. I didn't want to put in higher, lower highs. Excuse me. I didn't want to see another lower high put in. I was expecting after the fourth rejection off of that level of resistance, I was expecting a turnaround. We did end up getting it. So I actually put in this call position, expecting a longer move up, kind of the squeeze on the shorts that we had basically the first part of the day. I was in a strange mindset where it was end of day. It was my last trade. I knew it was going to be my last trade of the day. I had waited pretty patiently through these points here. I was still being pretty patient. It was Friday. I was in the green and I didn't want to give anything back. And I just wanted to, because I had been struggling so much lately. I just wanted to be done today, finish green, go into the long weekend, and just finish green. That was my goal. I didn't want to give anything back. So I got out prematurely, but I'll take it. I lost a couple of bucks after commissions and fees and stuff. So I finished green, so no harm, no foul. Either way, it's weird to say this. I had 3 green days and 2 red days. It doesn't mean much because I still lost more than I gained. So again, a green day is a green day. I'm trying to make my greens bigger than my reds. That's an objective. So next week's another week to get back at it. Thanks.